Let's talk about writing again because it's really good for you and you need to know how to do it. Remember the last time we talked about writing, I told you that you do not write the introduction first. All right? Obviously, it goes at the beginning when you write out your final copy, but you don't write the introduction first. You write the body paragraphs first. You get those done, then you make the body fit the introduction. Now, the easiest way for me to show you this is going to be to take some different kinds of writing that we did as essays and as professors, and give you an idea of how you would handle the introduction and the conclusion on one of these. Now, the first one I'm going to talk about is descriptive. Let's say you have an assignment of some sort where you have to describe something. Now, if it's technical writing, it's going to be much easier to do. Your introduction, which you're not going to write first, is simply going to state what it is your project is and what you have to describe. But if you're writing for anything else, you're going to, when you describe something in writing, you want to use as many of the 5 senses as possible. If I were going to describe my dog, I have 3 of them, but if I picked one, I would describe not only what my dog looks like. Most people, when they describe things, tend to only talk about what it looks like. But there's that old saying that says that the picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, it's not if you pick the right words. Because just what it looks like is a very small part of whatever it is you're describing. So also you want to get in the next paragraph, you'd probably do visual first because you see something first. If you smell it first, you're not going to include smell because you don't want to make your writers sick. Your readers sick. So first you'd probably do what it looks like. And you then might talk about what it sounds like or what it feels like or how it makes you feel. That counts as a sentence. And those would be your 3 body paragraphs. Now, in those 3 body paragraphs, you want to include a lot of describing words. Those are called adjectives, if you remember from that lesson. You want to use specific adjectives, though, not general ones. Oh, it was very hot. No, it's not very hot. It's boiling. It's scalding. It's steamy. Think of good adjectives and forget the word very. It doesn't exist. All right? No varies. Now, your introduction for this, and your introduction for everything really, is to interest the reader, to show the reader why this is an interesting topic, that there may be something in it for them. If I used to tell my students for the first essay, normally I didn't give topics, but for the first essay, I would have them describe for me their favorite place, the place they go when they need to unwind, relax. In the introduction, you would bring the reader in by describing some of those stresses that are going to send you to this place that you like to go. And be specific about the place. Don't just say, I like to go to the beach. What beach? There are lots of beaches. Tell me which beach. And in a way, then, you're selling this place. And that may be the best way to introduce anything. You're selling it. If you want to describe why it's such a good idea to adopt a pet, you would talk about how many pets need to be adopted, why adoption is a better idea than buying a pet from a pet store. And then you might take one pet and describe it, or describe what it feels like to have a furry friend. And those would be your 3 body paragraphs. Now, your conclusion, which you write at the same time you write the introduction, after the body paragraphs are done. The conclusion, please do not do what many students are told to do, encouraged to do, simply repeat the introduction. I can't tell you how incredibly boring and insulting that is to readers. And I can tell you that because I've read thousands of essays. If all you do is repeat in your conclusion what you said in your introduction, basically your readers want to slap you silly. They want to say, you think I don't remember? It was only 4 paragraphs ago. So in your conclusion, from a descriptive essay like the one I assigned your favorite place, and you go there because you're stressed about work and school and raising kids and everything else, at your conclusion would be how you feel once you've been to that place. Now you feel relaxed, you feel comfortable, you feel so much better. And that's what the description does. It winds up. You reflect, you don't repeat. In this case, since it would be pretty much in chronological order, the intro is why you're going there in the first place, and the conclusion is the results. And so you think of the introduction as the past and the conclusion as the future, or the result of what you've done. Another example of a writing assignment that I gave is describing a process. All right.